going to be playing Carrion Amulets with Rune of Scavenging as well. That's going to be nice and interesting. God, this is going to be a horrible build. Scepter with Warhorn, Ascended Warhorn, and I'm assuming that this is Edison versus Shapaula. And he's going to be going for Death Magic, Soul Reaping, and Reaper there. So he's going for all the things that are minions. And then we're going to have Reaper. Wow, Jesus Christ. No, he didn't sign up. Then we're going to have Revenant over on the other side. He's going to be playing Invocation, Devastation, and Herald as well. He's going to be going for Sword with the offhand shield, of course, and going for the staff as well. Actually going for Rune the Scrapper, as well as Marauder. Don't know whether or not... Well, yeah, I mean, Marauder's going to be fine. This is going to be good versus the minions, actually, I think, as well. So
the match
we are going to get this underway. And this is going to be your first game of the ESL Weekly 1 vs 1 Cup. Welcome to the stream. If you have just joined us, these headphones are not that great when sitting on top of a beanie. But anyway, see how well the Necro Minion Mancer does in this specific
Hold on
occasion.
to your points. Seize theirs.
The volume's too loud. Let me know. I will just turn it down a tiny bit. There we go. Let my creation live, he says. Only you every day, aka Shapaula. I want to see how well he can do versus this Necro. Weapon swaps back into Sword Shield. Actually used his block there, I do believe. He's been very aggressive right now. Oh no, that's my bad. Didn't have enough energy. Okay. Probably wants to pop his shield off, his shield 4 off to give himself protection. Going back into assassin stance now as well. Trying to close the gap. He's being continually crippled as well, which is not too nice for him at the moment. Although he's doing absolutely fine. I think the Necro is almost auto-attacking, which is almost only what he can pretty much do here. Tries to pop his heal off, goes into Death Shroud. And then obviously Shield 5 comes out from the Revenant. Gibby had to heal himself up and block for a little bit of time there. That's when the all the unblockable sigils and whatnot, especially the corrupts and stuff, were pretty good versus a Revenant. But he should go down here. He's got his heal, but doesn't actually pop it off. And that's going to be the end of him. Minion Mancer's not the greatest of builds. 1, 2. There we go. Mike's weird. So that's going to be the first win over to Shap. I'm going to call him. Not Shaq. Shap.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
And he won the capture point. Look at that. Good job from him. Still missing quite a few players here. Okay, right. So now, of course, in this tournament, when you win a round, you have to switch classes and you have to go off of the class you just won on. If you lost, you stay on the class. So we're still going to see the Minion Mancer coming in, but the Revenant is going to have to change, of course. Rune of Scavenging, so of course don't forget that his Vitality converted to Condi damage, but also gains some healing. Oh no, he's going to change it over to Rune of Nightmare now, so more condition damage. With his minions and also himself, obviously going for things like, you know, Scepter. He probably wants to go for that Condi damage a lot more. Obviously his staff's a little bit more empowered as well. Still Vitality, power, condition damage. Versus the Revenant, it would have been better to go for, say, a Toughness Sigil, maybe like Wanderers or Rabid or something else. Just because, you know, obviously, you know, more Vitality amulets, especially in 1v1s, are good versus Condi builds, and the toughness is better for more power-orientated builds. So if I was, yeah, I mean Rabid will work quite well with this. So I think the Warrior's going to do okay. Sorry, he could actually just go, and because the Warrior's got so much health as well, he could probably just go for toughness. He might be okay. Put people back on the correct teams. And he's going to go for Sigil of Intelligence, so it does give him some crit when he turns back over to his staff. Or chill as well. Helps him to kite a bit, I suppose. Also cooldown increase. Warhorn, good for that speed and the interrupt, obviously. Obviously Locust Swarm does nice cripple, so he can kite around a fair bit as well. Let's just see how well he goes. Does have Spectral Wall as well. It's going to be interesting versus the Warrior. Has he got Signet? No, he hasn't. Unblockable Signet would have been nice, but okay. He's going to go for Rabbit Amulet with Rune of the Undead. 7% of toughness is converted to condition damage, so it works quite well. That is a nice rune. A good all-rounder rune, really. Giving you stats more than anything else, obviously. And he's going to be going for Discipline, Defense, and Berserker here. Mace Shield, nothing different. Longbow as well. I'm going to see how well he does versus the Necro, who's just trying to stay at distance. That's basically, you can see exactly what he's trying to do right now. Unfortunately, because the Necro is so far away, he's actually lost the catcher point. So now the Warrior, if he doesn't feel like he can beat him, can just kite around and try and keep the point in his favour until 50 points. And that's the other way he can win. As soon as the Necro gets close up with the Warrior, and he actually runs through his Berserker field from Longbow as well, he's potentially having problems here. So he's run out of minions. He has to respawn those as quickly as possible. He's got cooldowns up. I can't see because it's Death Shroud. He's going for that spiral with the poison, but doesn't get any of that off because it's been blocked by the Warrior. And the Warrior's doing a great job. It's not that difficult right now. He needs to put down his wall. Takes so long to get that heal up as well, and the Necro is down and out. And that's going to be 2-0. Not massively difficult for the Warrior there. I think the Necro, maybe just a little bit of experience. Hopefully he can learn through our 1v1 tournaments, but he did well at the start, but you know, spamming those cooldowns quite early and not saving them, well, just mainly his wall, to be honest. I mean, using that wall versus something which is, you know, from afar, using it to keep him away is absolutely fine, but in the end, he's going to lose out here. So we're going to go to our next round, and that is going to be, I believe, I don't know. It's going to be the Box versus Apocal. I'm not sure who's up next, so we're going to find out very shortly. This could be quite a short tournament today. I'm going to do some PvP as well. I like these guys. I like these guys a lot. There are different levels of players that enter the 1v1, and I'm not here to insult them. I think it's going to be... The chat is awesome today. The chat is absolutely awesome today. Last week, Imda as well won versus Apocal as well. So just to let you know. We had 9 people entering the tournament today. And that is that. Okay, so we're going to go with... Box Red versus Apocal Blue. The Box. He is called The Box. Why? Oh, we don't know. Okie dokie. So, the quality is going down when you're not playing. Okay, so the Box is going to be playing Scrapper most likely. He's going to be going for two of your gyros with the Elixir Gun and Elixir X. Going for Paladin's Amulet with Toughness. There's Rune of Water with Inventions, Alchemy, and Scrapper. What else? Pretty much the standard, normal, usual build. Normally we see something interesting coming out from Apocal. He goes for Chaos instead of Illusions there. Oh, yes. And he's going for Master of Manipulation, Mirror of Anguish, and Bountiful Disillusionment. Going for all the boons there as well, which is always good. I'm not sure. See, this is not really that useful versus the Engineer, I don't think. I don't know. So I'm not sure about this Chaos Slime versus the Engineer. I think going for Condi, I mean, he really wants to go for power builds versus this, but if he went for Condi, he'd win probably. You can whiz an Engineer, but it's very difficult, and you need to. Your Thunderclap counts so much as well. You just have to. I don't know. It's like. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. I just think that he would do better. The thing is, with this 1v1 tournament, it's different because it's not just, the fact that the build could be better, the player can be better. So we see builds that should lose against other builds, whereas normally if they were the same kind of skill level, that probably wouldn't happen. Whereas I think that Apocalypse should lose this versus the Scrapper because he's got power. He's got Marauder Amulet for a start as well. If he was Condi, it would have been better for him. I don't know. I think that in this case the Scrapper should win, but also it can be quite surprising.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Time Warp. I don't think Time Warp's allowed. I'm just checking. Okay, so the Scrapper gonna come in. Just does actually walk around inside his Chaos Storms. I'm not really sure why he would do that, but hey ho. He was blocking a little bit, but not. Still got a little bit of condition damage on him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's back up to full HP anyway. Got his heal available should he need to use it. He does. He doesn't save it for Rocket Charge to get a bit more healing out of it. Destroying those clones quite well. Now the Time Warp is useful. I'm still trying to check if it is banned though. I'm pretty sure it is. But he survives that in the end as well. So not too bad. So you can see the amount of sustain. He tries to get out of that Chaos Storm as quickly as he possibly can. Apocal is flashy with the Nevermore staff indeed.
Hurts, doesn't it?
It needs to be more offensive here. It's Evolution of Life as well. She's using it for that manipulation. What is happening? Yes, we have to restart because basically the Time Warp is not allowed. You're not allowed that big ass cooldown, big massive elites. Which is a big cooldown. Although to be honest, yeah, I don't think it would have done. I think it would have done him more harm than good. To be honest. So obviously you're not allowed to use elites over 120 seconds. To be honest, I think if he had brought, he can't bring Moa either, so really Invis is maximum he can use. And actually the Engineer is doing a lot of damage to him right now, especially as he's gone into Elixir X there, and he will be able to get the Rampage, very low on HP. He needs to try and use his Rock when it comes back up to interrupt. No, Rock 4, no, doesn't go for it. He is going to take him down. Like I said, should really win this matchup. I think maybe he was a little bit distracted from that.
Did you see that? Red team
as
got
well.
a capture point.
This Illusion of Life didn't work, he says. But like I said, you know, that power build versus a Scrapper should lose, especially when you're trying to cap a point. I just don't think, and when you're fighting around a node, there's no way that the Scrapper should normally lose that. But yeah, he did win in the end, and that makes sense. So the Scrapper now switches class. Apocal stays on Mesmer. And now we have a bit of a series on our hands. Apocal got to the final of the ESL Weekly 1 vs 1 last week. Can't you reset cooldowns in arenas now? Apocal is Mystic builds generator. I think so. Sometimes, but he actually plays this every week, so with the difference of Illusion of Life sometimes. I need to ask him about that build. How are you guys? What's going on? Are you excited for season 3? Season 6 next week? Are you excited? How are you feeling about PvP at the moment? Are you enjoying it? Second game of this series, our best of 3. Box is going to be going on to Warrior. He's got those flashy new weapons. Look at that. Rabid with Crate this time, as we saw Undead last time on the Warrior. He's going for Defense, Discipline, and Berserker, of course, as well. We're not going to see much change in the various Warrior builds. Just maybe changes in sigils, potentially. Sigil of Frailty, Torment, Doom, Geomancy. Going for all the extra conditions there, especially with Torment. Apocal is going to have... Now, this is where his Amulet is fine. He's going for power damage, though. The Warrior, again, this is another matchup which I think the Warrior really should win. He's going to win most 1v1s. I mean, he's still pretty strong. I think they unintentionally buffed Warrior.
Hold on to your points.
Especially Condi builds, right? I mean, I know Condi builds for Warrior and raiding in PvE now are specifically ridiculously good. So that's the thing. So let's see how well Apocal does versus this. Could go out in the... This is the second round, to be fair. Keep him at range and kite him. Might be able to do alright. Actually misses his rock there as well. Goes down to about half HP already, as Apocal is actually doing quite a good job here. Even the toughness isn't going to help the Warrior. Gets the gravity well off quite well. Use this continuous split. But I think that continuous split may be wasted just for the gravity well. But although the gravity well, the double well, has put him down to about 40% HP, but that's going to start to rise now, and Apocal is relying on that damage, although he's been able to back it up with the Greatsword. Blood Frenzy's in the Berserker field, only stays in there for a moment, didn't really take a lot of damage off of that either. He's actually doing a really good job versus the Warrior at the moment. Reflecting those projectiles, really good versus the longbow, of course, with the manipulation. And that's actually what screwed him over in the end, and Apocal maybe scouting out the Warrior's builds, and actually does a really good job. He reflected a lot of those arrow shots. And the Warrior almost killed himself towards the end. So that manipulation trait, it was a pretty good idea versus the Warrior, in all honesty. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm not insulting you. I was just complimenting you. Be nice. It's okay. Now that's going to be 1-1. Now, good job as well. The manipulation, that was pretty good. We liked the good old reflects there coming out. Box is going to have to stay on Warrior there, of course, because he did lose that 1v1, so he has to stick onto that class. Now, Apocal is probably going to go onto his Guardian. We'll have to wait and see. Pretty sure that's normally what he would stick with. Just waiting to see what he's going to roll with here as well. But yeah, I'm excited for Season 6 to start. I'm interested to see what is also going to happen with in terms of our other tournaments and whether or not we're going to see anything in the future. Because who knows, really, in all honesty. I'm not sure that it's looking too positive right now. I did actually went on to, just in case you were wondering, and I don't mean to dash your hopes and dreams. Phantom was streaming some Black Desert earlier. I think he's going to make a video saying, sort of talking about his times in Guild Wars 2 of the past. You can draw whatever information from that you would like to. Big shame. The biggest streamers in Guild Wars 2 history have been PvPers, and I'm very disappointed that there is nothing going on right now. I mean, if you look at the channel now as well, I think you'll probably see the Sind is easily top. Hellsurf comes and streams is easy. It's just I don't understand it, guys. Can you tell me?
The match starts.
Maybe I'm salty, but I'm not going to stop doing ESL weekly tournaments of any kind for Guild Wars 2 because I bloody love this game, and that's just the way it is, son.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Okay, so he's going to go for Dragon Hunter here. He's done very well normally in this as well. Sometimes picks it up first. He's going to be playing with Valor, Virtues, and Dragon Hunter, of course. Or of the Toughness. Box Warrior. It should be a matchup, really. The Warrior, again, should be able to win. Vast is not going to let him reflect those projectiles. But he does a very good job of using that pull as well on the F1 or Shift 1 or whatever you could use it on as well. He is going for Marauders here, obviously versus Conditioned build. That's going to be very useful for him as well. More HP is very, very good. I'm not sure about how Box is on Warrior though. I'm wondering if Scrapper is his main class. He wasn't able to get that Skull Grinder off as well. He's immune to damage, and Vast did use a lot, Apocal did use a lot of his cooldowns on that. Maybe just 2. It's the longbow 3 as well. He's doing good at kiting him. He's got this in the bag. He's going to use Focus 5 to also down him as well. And that's going to be Apocal down. There wasn't much too difficult for him there. I think they did buff Guardian a little bit. Gave him more damage, right? I need to double check on the Guardian and Dragon Hunter patch notes. Since the last season stopped, I haven't been playing as much. But okay. So Apocal did mention tactics to me. Whether or not this was intentional is up to you. Saying that he wanted him to get off NG basically in the first round. So if you go up against a class that you feel isn't going to be specifically awesome for you, then you can of course just throw the game and force them off another class, and then you can stay on your main and feel confident about the matchups you have in the future. So remember, there is a tactical thought behind what's going on in these 1v1 tournaments because of the multi-class nature. So it's pretty damn good. I like it. Madchild. Frosty versus Madchild then. So welcome back Frosty once again. Madchild. Wow, really. Okay. Frosty the Frostman. I'm just spamming everything. Ah, great sword. That's right. Yes, that's right. Taskin is playing Guild Wars 2. I've seen him playing Smite as well. You won't see a lot more people entering the tournament until next Thursday, to be honest, because the season restarts next week. Is this actually Maddie? No, this isn't Maddie. Surely. Okay, Frosty the Bowman. I like what he did there. He's going to be playing Warrior as well. He's actually going for Paladins, I mean. Oh, sorry, Druid. Wow, what is the matter with me today? Being specifically awesome, that's what I'm being. So he's going to be going for Druid. Of course, we took out all of the really tanky amulets like Magi's and everything else. Probably Sages is the most tanky amulet that we have left in the tournament. Beast Mastery, Druid, and Nature Magic. Nothing crazily different there. And the Warrior as well. Just telling them to ready up. Obviously, you know, not much change again. Defense, Discipline, Berserker. But other than the fact that he's actually going for Berserker's amulet and going for the Greatsword and the Mace Shield there with Rune of the Pack. It still has 20k HP. So good. I wonder if he knows. Normally we've seen Druids going for Paladins as well. So, I mean, unless he's watching the stream, maybe.
The match starts.
He's gone over to more Condi orientated build with Crate and a Rabbit there.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Okie dokie. See how well the Druid does versus the... Seems these two are probably the best 1v1ers at the moment, I would say. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I still reckon maybe the Warriors got a tiny bit. I don't know. We'll have to see, actually. Again, I'm not too sure about how good Maddie is on Warrior, so we'll have to wait and see. Did get the Skull Crack or the Skull Grinder off in the end, actually, as well. Nice knockback.
I chose you.
Maddie is going to just stay at range using the shield block as well. Celestial Avatar by Frosty is going to move away. Back to full HP there as well. Even the Paladin's amulet is so tanky on the Druid. Blimey, O'Reilly. Trying to apply that damage as much as possible. Just a bit of retaliation.
I chose you.
Slowly but surely, the Druid is wearing him down. Stands in the Berserker field as well. Back in Celestial Avatar, any conditions were removed as soon as he goes into it. Or it should be what he's picked, actually. Let's just double check his traits, actually. Yeah, he has indeed. It's the only trait you should really go with versus this, to be honest. Frosty just stands there for a moment. Uses his third staff skills to just kite around. Again, this could be a long, drawn-out 1v1, to be honest. The Warrior's being very aggressive now. Frosty needs to be careful as he uses Celestial Avatar to remove those conditions. Heal himself back up and try and get back into this fight now as well. Heals up. Quite a low cooldown on that heal. Sharing those boons with his pet as well. Trying to gain as many might stacks as he possibly can. But he's actually in a bit of trouble here. He's got Celestial Avatar. And the Warrior needs to really engage hard here before he gets into that. Helps himself out with a heal. And has timed this really well because he's going to be able to heal up as well. And the Warrior's missed his opportunity. And then he's stealthed as well. So he really did a good job. It's standard for a Druid, I guess you could say. But he did a good job at sustaining himself. Maddie really should have engaged pretty hard on him while he had those cooldowns out. Obviously knew that as well. So now he's used Celestial Avatar. Still got his heal. Now he really needs to go to town. Uses Skull Grinder. Doesn't really get that connected, to be fair. Misses again. And that's going to be the Warrior done, I think. Should be dead here. He's used 2 massive cooldowns. Hasn't got anything left. Has his heal. Probably maybe use that. Uses Rock. But should be dead. Now that... yeah. There you go, the pet's going to take him out. Really just about the animations and knowing when he's used Celestial Avatar and his heal, because he could have won that a couple of times, actually, the Warrior. Warrior did okay. It's a few abilities here and there, but still, I think Frosty did very well in terms of his rotations and timing his heal and his Celestial Avatar, making sure he can remove those conditions. Did pretty good. Did pretty good. There is so much noise outside. There's like an ambulance, there's police, there's loads of shit going down. I love it. That's living in the city in America for you. Yeah, Jesus Christ, there's like fire alarms, cars. What's happening out there? Bloody hell. Maddie looks pretty awesome. That is a really annoying noise. Stop it now. Move away from the vehicle. He's trying to pick which class is going to go on now. Frosty is going to go on to Guardian, actually. He's ended up in the same side of the arena. Interesting. Can't believe this bug's still there. That's kind of funny. Okay. So he's going to go for Virtue's Valor and Dragon Hunter. Nothing crazily different.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Apocal sometimes goes for shield most of the time. Strength in numbers. Nothing different, really, as far as I can see. Removal of conditions, obviously very good versus the Warrior. They buffed Dragon Hunter condition removal a lot, actually, funnily enough. For self, anyway. Heavy Light and Hunter's Fortification, both viable, really, especially versus condition builds. But gaining some stability with also knocking back and trying to get them off the point, as well as just some CC, is always good. They've got quite a lot of condition removal anyway, but just depends how much we are going to see coming out from Maddie. Just trying to get this game started. Hi Ravelli, how you doing, man? Welcome as well, everyone in the chats. I hope you're very, very well. Just a little bit of a self-plug as well. I am streaming full-time, so if you do want to subscribe to the channel, support the channel and myself, then go ahead and do so. I am also shoutcasting ESL Rocket League as well at the moment. Trying to get as much shoutcasting in as I possibly can. So Rocket League is currently actually 1 or 2 times a week. Guild Wars 2 is just the 1v1 EU at the moment. And then I stream the raid tonight as well in Guild Wars 2. So if you want to watch raiding tonight with Jebro, then come and join me later. That's at 5 PM Pacific. I'll do some PvP after this as well. But make sure you enter these tournaments. You can get 2k gems for first place. Hopefully. If they get sent to you. They will, I promise. Frosty's going to be playing Dragon Hunter there. Maddie obviously over on the Warrior as we saw before. Interesting. Rune of Vampirism. Huh. Okay. So lifesteal. Not too bad. They changed that a long time ago. I remember, if you remember the Vamp Rune fun times of the meta we used to have, where everyone was running Vamp, and you could turn into. Is it the Mist form? It was, wasn't it? Pretty sure. That was a fun time in Guild Wars 2. All the metas we've had. Maddie is just currently standing. Goes to Greatsword, actually. Just double check his build. Oh, pack with Berserker Amulet. Blimey, O'Reilly. Frosty is in Marauder Amulet as well. And this could be a really difficult challenge for the Dragon Hunter. He needs to keep his distance, especially with that Greatsword. But obviously, you know, and gets the conditions off as well. Nice trap, but the Warrior moves through using the Shield 4 as well. Good job from Frosty. He's trying to actually kite quite well. Knocks him back with that longbow. Good thing he's got that, actually, to be honest, as well, especially with the stability. He's got his heal. Doesn't want to use it. Actually goes for... Surprisingly uses F1, but obviously doesn't have his stability or his heal or his block on the virtues on the top left-hand side. This could actually be where he goes. No, it's going to be absolutely fine here. Still another 10 seconds until his heal is back up as well. He has to kite, and that has to be very, very cautious. Don't forget that the Warrior still has 20k HP. Of course, the Guardian relying more on his boons for survival than anything else. Needs to pop his heal down. Should be close to full HP. Yes, he is. I think Frosty should win this. The Warrior is being very aggressive, of course, but Frosty is just playing it well. He's just being calm, collected. He's dodging a lot of those abilities coming out from the Warrior. Oh, the stun and the interrupts. That could be it. Oh, he gets his Virtue 2 off and he can move outside. The Warrior's going to stay inside the trap because he doesn't want to get crippled, although he does move outside. Good longbow free, reflected. That's a little bit of damage onto Frosty, of course. Goes from range, really low HP, both of them now. Who's going to pull out the next ability? If he's got a port on his sword, he might be able to pick him up. Oh no! Gets the stun, but he pops the heal off. Oh, as well. Good job, Frosty wins. That was retaliation? Dead or alive? Ah.
Red team wins a
Wow.
capture point.
That was a pretty close round, actually. That was pretty damn close. Good job. I wish I had the abilities that come up on that combat log for them. I'll have to look through the replay on that one. That was a good job from Frosty, though. He played it patiently. I think a lot of Dragon Hunters, especially with Marauder's amulets, would have lost that one. Okay, so we're going to go to Imda first now on the red team. Let's see where we are on the brackets in the world. Imda versus Team Bro. Yeah! Oh, this is a good one. Man, this is going to be a good one. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting 1v1, actually. Two of our best players in the 1v1. Thief, no one's probably... Not yet. You won't see... I don't think you'll see it today, actually. I don't think many people do. Not many people do, actually, play that Daredevil in this, to be fair. Necro. Imda has been playing Necro a lot more recently. Wanderer with Rune of the Traveller. I'm still not sure about this. Condition duration, boon duration, sure. 25% speed, though. I'm still not sure about this Traveller.
The match starts soon.
He switched over to his Signet there because he wants to transfer those conditions, of course, because Team Bray is going to be playing Warrior with the assumption that he is going for Rabid, yes. Even if he isn't, he's playing Mace Shield, he's still... And Longbow is still, you know, that Condi transfer is pretty useful.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
This is going to be very interesting. He's gone for Vitality, so he's gone Deadshot. Remember, Warrior and Necro, biggest health pools in the game. So it does still get up to 25k HP with Deadshot. So going versus Condi build is good for a Necro. Obviously, especially if he's got that Condi transfer. Let's just double check what he's going for. Soul Reaping, Curses, and a Great Sword. And Reaper, sorry, Great Sword. They did buff Great Sword on Necro, so maybe in the future, you never know, we will see some 1v1s with Great Sword. No, we won't. Converting some of those conditions, of course, as well. Boon, sorry, has got Boon Corrupt. He is having a lot of problems in terms of condition removal, though, because his heal is not up yet. Get this continual damage, Death Shroud as well. And is he going to use it for stability? Nah, he knows he's lost this. He's not got his heal back as well. Pretty solid from Team Bro. Team Bro. Let's see if staying on the Necro versus Team Bro's new next class is going to be useful at all.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
Welcome to the channel if you have just joined. We're in Guild Wars 2 1 vs 1 tournament right now. I think Team Bro's Warrior is pretty bloody strong. Okay. Yeah, Shout Necro probably would have been a lot better in all honesty. Praise Cleansing Eye, yeah. I think so. Yeah. Although I think it would have given him probably sustain, but I don't think he would have been able to kill him. That's the problem. It really is the problem, to be honest. It would have been a very long, drawn-out fight. So I think sometimes they go for a lot more damage. I think Boon Corrupt, the power Boon Corrupt build isn't too bad as well. It's just Condi removal, but like, so the Shout build, yeah. Maybe we could have gone just for a couple of Shouts with Boon Corrupt and then Wanderers or Rabid or something. Would have been quite good.
The match starts soon.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm just waiting for people to come back and see the arena. Druid versus the Necro. He's going to go for Signet Renewal here. Needs to do that, of course, versus the Necro. Necro isn't going to go for Shout Build now. Although, is he? He is. He's going to go for Ruin the Soldier now. This is the build that he probably should have gone for before. I actually think Boon Corrupting would have been better on this build. In all honesty. This keeps at range, and I think Imda's going to go out here. Longbow 4, the pet is going to attempt to do some long-range damage. That's not going to happen. Calls the smoke scales back. Of course, the druid now is even more powerful because his pet is actually doing what a pet's supposed to do with druids. So druid is doing a lot of damage nowadays, specifically, especially because the pet. There you go. He's going to be pretty much dead now. The wolf pet basically. The wolf pet is basically actually able to, you know, basically pets in general. Like sorry, as I'm trying to talk to Dryers about the bracket and I'm losing my train of thought. Pets basically work now. They actually run around and follow and do damage. It's not too difficult. Imda, winner of last week's ESL 1 vs 1 tournament, goes out in the first round, or the second round, sorry, versus Teen, and it will not be going to the finals this week. So different people win this tournament each week as well, depending on who they go against. We can probably say that Teeny, actually, bottom half of the bracket is pretty stacked at the moment. No Rifle NGs. Rifle has been, they've been slowly trying to bring back Rifle, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm trying to remember the result of the first match we had. Was it Edison or Chapola? Okay. Anyway, so now we're going to go to... the top of the bracket, and we're just going to try and find out exactly who's supposed to be in this game. Oh dear. This is what happens when my head is just banging. I'm not, again, I apologise for being a complete spanner because I'm feeling awful today. You should have picked Zarya. Maybe next time. Okay, Singatron's going to be versus Edison, who came from the first round, so he has had a series today. We're going to see Singatron playing Mesmer here. Probably playing Sage, because normally we see that is the... Oh, okay. He's just going to run away, apparently. We have got the unblockable sigil there as well. Sorry, the Signet.
The match starts soon.
Signet of Might is going to be unblockable. Of course, very, very useful. We saw Edison. I like his warrior. This is the gear from one of the dungeons, actually. Mixed it up with... I can't remember what it is anyway. Looks like a truck. Looks awesome. Could be a transformer. Discipline, defense, and berserker there, and he's going for great sword. Wow. Okay, he's going for destroyer. Does not care. This is actually not a bad amulet, especially versus a Mesmer. But he's got condition removal. Can remove conditions through his traits. Of course, he's gone into illusions. We saw Apocal using chaos. I think he's going to suffer from condition damage here. If Singatron can kite, and he can't take out his clones and his phantasms quickly, we're going to see the Mesmer win this pretty easily, I do think. Although he's got a great sword, so, you know, he's able to destroy those clones. If he can do that, which he's doing quite well. Blocks a couple of those shatters as well with his shield. Singatron doesn't want to get close to him. Uses Blurred Frenzy to make sure he's going to be able to get out of there. Doesn't dodge during the block of the shield 4 from the Mesmer. He's going to use that distortion as well. Doesn't have... Eddie is actually doing a really good job here at surviving. I mean, no, he's still got a lot of HP. Great sword as well, trying to destroy those clones. If you that's pretty much, you know, if you can destroy those clones, some of the condition removals and a lot of the damage that is going to be negated, and then the warrior has to get close. But the thing is, it's just too much. He can't remove all those conditions. I mean, obviously, you know, cleansing eye and whatnot as well, but still, too much distortion, too much block, too much condition removal. He can't upkeep this for that long, but he's actually doing an okay job right now. But the thing is, he's got continuing split left. Still 25 seconds on the heal. He's got gravity well, so might use it just for that. I'm surprised he didn't use it. His distortion with his continuing split, actually. But I think he's going to win this anyway. The warrior's doing really good, but I just think it's too much to deal with. I think he would have done a lot better going for Condi. He did quite well. It is the Casimir staff. Yeah, I think that's off the gem store. Yeah, it makes sense, Rebellion.
Red team got a capture point.
I don't think we'll see... I don't think we'll see many thieves in here. I don't think we'll see many necros. I haven't seen many scrapper. I think it's even one scrapper, one engineer today. I see many. There isn't as many people in this tournament as usual. It's getting close to the start of the next PvP season, so that's good. That's good times. So just waiting to see what he's going to change on to. Obviously, Singatron did win that last round. See how well he goes. Bloody hell, there's a European GVG tournament. I thought GVG was dead. It would be cool if they brought back the if they tried to bring the Guild Wars 1 GVG mode into Guild Wars 2. That would be cool. I think you'd have a lot of people interested in PvP, a lot more people as well. Not that we've got, I don't think the population issue is
Hold on to your
that
points.
bad right now.
Seize theirs.
It'll be good when the season starts again. Just those in-between moments in time, you know, everyone seems to log off. A lot of people do. I do. Although I'm starting to play raids more, so that's the thing. Singatron are going to be going on to Revenant. We know this build. I don't really need to look at it, as I can tell. Actually, maybe Amulet, though. No one's going for Ventari, though. That's kind of surprising. I'm surprised that he didn't go for Paladins, actually. Unless he's gone for... Yeah, he's gone for Condi again. Precision... Sorry, Rabid with Undead. So the Vitality, the Marauders Amulet is going to be the best option for the Revenant. This is going to be a tough matchup for him. Hasn't got as much condition removal as he would like, specifically. Nice shield, nice Star 5. He's not able to be consistent in his damage at the moment. And Eddie has been a lot safer going for the Condi build, of course. This is going to... in the 1v1s, this should win against the Revenant, really. On most occasions, or not. Eddie does a nice dodge, Star 5. He's not going to get him with his elite from the Herald. Unrelenting Assault is going to miss most of the time. He does dodge and actually blocks. He pulls his shield up as well. Unblockable. See, this Now this is scouted, but not badly. Sorry, Edison needed to use his unblockable signet. The signet was it Signet of Might, right? That would be really good when he pulls out his shield, especially if he's at low HP. In various weeks in the 1v1 tournament, we've seen how the shield block on from the Revenant has actually often killed him because he's had that unblockable signet up. So I really think that if he'd actually pulled that signet out, he would probably have won this actually by now as well. See, this point in time, let's have a look at the Revenant. See, he's got his shield 5 up, right? If the warrior takes him down to low HP, he's going to pull shield 5 out now, and this is where the warrior would use his signet, but he can't because he's not got it. So that's where he would have won, and he will probably still win. Loads him up with Skull Grinder as well, or was that maybe just a normal F1? But he could have won this a couple of times now. He needs to go for that signet next time versus Revenant, especially the Revenant with that shield. I mean, that shield 5 is going to save his life countless times. Precision strike as well. He's going to be able to. He's going to be able to win. The Revenant's screwed here, especially now he's in staff. He's got his heal. Oh no! Interrupts it. Good job. That was a nice work from the warrior, to be fair. And he's actually doing very well. I'm just very surprised that he didn't take that signet because he wouldn't have had to spend so much time running around and chasing him.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
But yeah, so it's going to be 1-1. Guys, we've been playing this game mode for 4 years. You realise that, right? How crazy is that? I don't know. So funny sometimes just remembering the people in the tournaments and everything else we've seen through Guild Wars 2 in the past, and how we had so many epic tournaments as well, and the community that was built around PvP. Salty but awesome. A lot of people have come and gone. People are still here though, have no fear. Again, as I mentioned, top stream in Guild Wars 2 at the moment is a PvP stream. Not this one, but it is.
The match starts soon.
Devin, you can enter this one if you can transfer to EU. I'm going to try and get a 1v1 started with Dries in the spring, which is like now. It is March, right? My good lord. It is March. Okay, so we're going to see the Revenant is going to be switching over to Demolish's amulet with Scrapper-Rune. He's going versus Singatron, who of course is still on Revenant as well. Oh god, how much HP has he got? He's only got 16k HP. This is ballsy right here. Blimey. Battle of the Revenants. Who's going to win? Marauders or Destroyers? Demolishers, sorry. Let's get those two mixed up. Okay, so. Oh, Precision Strike is going to be interrupted. Nice Herald Elite. Swaps over to Sword Shield. Only trying to go for the Unrelenting Assault. Don't believe that comes out as well. Nice dodge from Only to dodge the Herald Elite. Does weapon swap. You see that damage that came out into him. Nice Staff is going to really interrupt Singatron there. Push him back. Needs to re-engage. Condition removal from Only, aka Edison. That weapon swap damage from that amulet is going to be ridiculous. Oh, Unrelated Assault. A lot of damage comes out into Singatron. Only is going to pull out Shield 5. Back into Assassin for Singatron. Don't think he gets a lot of that Precision Strike, actually. Projectile Reflect, Star 4. Nice Star 5 from Only. This could be quite a duel, actually. They're avoiding a lot of the damage from each other. I don't think many Unrelenting Assaults have occurred or Precision Strikes. So that's a ton of damage that has been avoided by both of these players. And when they're both in Staff as well, not much is going to come out. Unrelenting Assault about half the damage comes out into Singatron there. The thing is, once they've pulled out their sword shield, they then go back into staff, and a lot of their damage is not really coming out other than maybe the staff 5, and they're actually healing each other up quite a lot, and only really did heal him up pretty high then, almost a full HP on the Herald heal, and kind of signed a own death warrant there, in all honesty. They were quite involved in that 1v1. But we did see that Singatron had his heal up and went out in the end. Good job, GG. And that's going to be Singatron through to the next round. So next we are going to see... Let's just update this bracket. If you put exclamation mark bracket into the chat as well, you'll see who's going up next. It will be most likely Frosty versus Team Bray. That's going to be a fun one to watch, actually. Oh dear. Interesting at the moment. Okay, so it's going to be Team Bray versus Frosty. Frosty's going to be on red. There we go. Just waiting for these guys to get in the arena. We'll have a look at their builds. Thanks for the follows, guys. Very much appreciated. Check everything down below in the channel as well. Twitter, YouTube, all the things. You can see previous VODs of all the ESL 1v1 tournaments that I have casted in the past, as well as other content on the channel. You can subscribe and also do all the things below, if you should so wish. Tra-la-la. Vibrations. But yeah, looking forward to seeing who's going to be able to take the next 1 versus 1. These two players are two of the top players in our 1 versus 1 tournament. Frosty going for Druid again, as he did before. Team Bray's Warrior is probably his strongest class as well that we've seen. So this is going to be very interesting. Always remember his Warrior because he always looks so upset. But I don't know if that's just like, oh, upset, or like, I'm very sad and I'm crying. But we'll have to wait and see. Frosty the Bowman going for Paladins as well, which is still very tanky, in all honesty. And obviously the Warrior, he's obviously got great condition removal. I mean, between these two, I'm not always sure who's going to win these 1v1s between the Warrior and Druid, to be honest. It will be a long fight, that's all I'm going to say.
I chose you.
Tibra needs to be careful when using his bow against that water field. He's going to heal the Druid, that's for sure. Obviously the Warrior's got a lot of condition removal. Doesn't want to use his Signet versus the Signet of Might versus this guy. Actually does a lot of damage to the... This is where he builds right back up, full HP, gets in Celestial Avatar, removes all those conditions, and the Warrior needs to hold back a bit until he's gone into Celestial Avatar, can wait, make sure that he's removed those conditions, sure, but then needs to hold on to some of his damage and some of his cooldowns. But he actually takes him down as well, and maybe I'll just shut up. I can't believe that actually just happened. I mean, he didn't have Celestial Avatar available, so maybe that's exactly what he did. He held on to his cooldowns until Celestial Avatar came out, and Team Bray's Warrior is a beast. Absolute beast. Bloody hell. Oh, we just had a subscription on the channel. Emra42, thanks for the subscription. We're on 59 subscribers. We are almost back at 60 people. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks very much for the subscription, Emra. Appreciate that, man. If there's another sub in the channel or mod, please show them all of the things that they can do. That would be very much appreciated. And I can talk about it afterwards as well. But that is very much appreciated, sir.
The match starts soon.
Yeah, normally bombs, but I think, I don't know, in recent weeks, I've just seen it, it's not always been the case. Warren wins like 80% of the time, but sometimes they sneak a win out here and there.
Hold on to your
I
points.
think this is going for toughness
Seize
as well,
theirs.
so yeah, I mean, you're gonna see more vitality orientated amulets lose to that, but. Frosty does have to stay on Druid. This is going to be a little bit easier for him. He's still got Paladin's Amulet as well, right? Yes. I would say that even using Rune of Water here isn't massively necessary. I mean, I'd probably go for something like Rune of Scrapper as well, maybe. That's a possibility. Hanky bombs. Okay, so Lombo 5 comes out from the Druid as well. Gets pushed back by a staff. Celestial Avatar as well. Comes back out. Tries to stun him. Daze him, sorry. Nice dodge. Avoids Herald Elite. Pushes him back himself, which is what the Herald wanted to do. Staff free from Frosty. Moves him away. Precision Strike. Precision Strike into that wall. That would have been a fair bit of healing. No, he didn't. Good job from Team Bro there as well. Trying to make sure those projectiles aren't going to come onto him. Star 5 not back. Good job. Weapon swaps. And also, sorry, Jade from the Elite Assassin stance as well. Unrelenting Assault gets a bit of damage off. More so onto the pet than anything else. Precision Strikes back up. He's in Celestial Avatar. Be nice to pull it off now. He does. Back into Staff. He should be able to go for the knockback here in a second. Oh, he knocks him back while using his Herald Elite. Good job from Frosty, actually. Ah, misses his Star 5. Weapon swap as well. Doesn't get the sigil onto Frosty. Blocks and heals back up. It's actually going to be quite a long 1v1, isn't it? Herald Elite, nothing left. Does use his Signet, I do believe. No, sorry, uses a shout to come back up. Doesn't get all the barrage off with the longbow too. Does dodge through that. I've seen a lot of improvement for a lot of these players in terms of dodging, in terms of abilities, in terms of watching out for animations. The Herald is really on a roll now. Entangle comes out, especially with the longbow, and that's going to root him down. Don't think he's got much condition removal to get out of it. And he goes down pretty low. That was really good from Frosty to kite away and put the entangle up. Let's have a look where that entangle is coming from. It's from the traits, right? Yeah, there you go. Striking a stun, dazed, knockdown, or launch foe summons entangle on them. That's such a brutal trait. Especially if you've not got any removal on you or anything at all. Again with the knockback and then the longbow too. Saves his burst damage there. He's always trying to make sure he's not in range of that weapon swap from Equilibrium on Revenant as well, because otherwise a lot of damage is going to be coming onto him. So he wants to kite as much as possible. He's got a longbow, he's got a staff. He doesn't need to be close to him. Which is why he is doing that, obviously. Again, the knockback, and you can see he actually evades a lot of that damage there. Celestial Avatar stealth as well. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't save that combination until he had his staff. No, until he had his knockback and his longbow too. But okay, I think he's healing him up a little bit as well. At times, Frosty is healing up the Revenant. I mean, when he's popped his heal out. I mean, the Revenant can evade a lot of that projectile spam that's coming from the Druid. With that staff, of course. This is never ending. Doesn't really feel like the Revenant's going to be able to win this. It just feels like he's surviving. We do see at times, sometimes people do tilt a little bit because they get so tired. of spamming the same stuff. Look, he's healed him back up. That's what I'm talking about. Fable 1 music. He needs to be careful about the heal because he could have won this a couple of times. I do believe he has healed him up a few times as well. He knocks him out of his longbow 5 there, but okay. He goes down in the end anyway. Okay, so that's going to be Frosty. He pulls it back. It's going to be 1-1. Here we go. Not many people left in the tournament right now.
That?
Only
Red
4, of
team
course.
got a capture point.
It's going to be 1-1 now between Frosty and Teambro. That's not the greatest matchup in the world. I think Teambro did pretty well, to be honest, for what he had. Frosty as well. Now has to switch off, and this is where it's going to be interesting for Frosty. What he's going to bring out, because he needs to bring something which is going to give him the power to go through to the next round. Yeah, especially with Entangles. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it's not a matchup the Revenant's going to win, in all honesty. He can. It's really dependent on the player and obviously runes and whatnot as well. But if you're in 5v5... 9 times out of 10 as a Revenant, you wouldn't take the matchup anyway. Unless you're going to get +1 quickly, I suppose. I think when the timer is run out, we've never actually had this happen before, so I've never had to ask the question. Entangles of love. We have had times today, though, where people have been healing up the Revenants quite significantly. Just waiting for these 2 guys to get in. They're back in now. Frosty's going to go on to Mesmer there.
The match starts soon.
He is going to go for Sages. He's going for Rune of the Guardian now. You block a foe's attack, burn that foe. This is what we saw. We saw him play this last week. I don't think many people have been playing this. Extra condition damage, extra condition as in burn, which is pretty good. It's going to be burning quite a lot. I mean, it means that his shield block as well is going to be pretty damn useful. Teambro is going to be going for Revenant again. I think this is probably in favour of Frosty a little bit more at the moment. No, maybe not, because he's actually not gone for Toughness Amulet. I actually think it would have been better if he'd gone for something maybe like I don't know, not Rabid, but maybe even Wanderer or something. Because this is where he's going to have a problem. If he... Wow, okay, maybe not then. Distortion and whatnot. I really think Sages was not a good plan for him to go for. I think this is going to be the major downfall of this build. He needs to kite and move away a lot more. I'm not sure about Frosty's Mesmer at all. Not sure about that at all. If he was going to go versus the Revenant, I would have gone for some toughness. Because otherwise he didn't have much chance. Apparently. I am surprised that he won so quickly. There wasn't much kiting from Frosty there actually either. He was very close for a large... Yeah, he probably... Now, guys, remember, let's not be harsh here. Let's not be harsh here. If you want to come do better, do it yourself. Come get your butts in this tournament. Teambro is also a very awesome player, and so is Frosty, as he's proved today. This is going to be the final now. We're in the final of the ESL Weekly 1v1. We've had some really good fights today. Oops. There you go. Some really good fights today. It's been a fun tournament to cast indeed. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. That's okay then. I don't like people being mean to people. I don't mind them trolling and being salty and whatnot, but yeah, I'm still not. Yeah, I don't think Mesmer is Frosty's strong point apparently. Now Apocal again is in the final, and has won gems recently with this Mesmer build of madness. He's actually going for Well of Calamity here. What is this? What is this? It's not even... What? Oh, he's going for Illusions? No, he's going for Chaos. There you go. What is this? I can't remember. Grow while that rends time, damaging, weakening, and crippling foes. No, he's going to change it to Mimic, apparently. Next utility skill you use recharges faster. Yeah, there you go. Get more decoy, get more blink and things. Wait a minute, no it's not, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's not, because we're in the bottom end of the bracket. Okay, my bad. My bad. I forgot that we started, this is Singatron versus Apocal. It's not the final, Sorry about that. Because we went... Because people started a little bit later and we went down to the bottom of the bracket earlier, it's actually Singatron versus Apocal now. So it's not the final. My bad. And hello, Princess, as well. Wire Bash, let me just explain the rules for you. So in this 1 versus 1 tournament, it's very much a multi-class tournament as well. So basically what happens is you play your first class, each player. The winner of the round has to change class. The loser stays on the class. To win the round, you either kill the player or you capture the point to 50 points. You got about 5 minutes or so to do it. I hope that helps. And you've got you take 3 classes into the tournament with you, and then you tell them which classes you are going to play in the round, and then that's it. Sometimes I'm going to start showing the chat in this tournament, I think, just because it's funny. Apocal, hurry, I need to go to the toilet.
The match starts soon.
It's always fromage when we talk about any French. Oh man, French food is so good. So damn good. Okay, Apocal, he's still going for this random fun time build. He keeps switching around.
Hold on to your points.
Not so much chaos. She switches in for illusions with great sword power with Rune of the Pack as well. Great sword shield. See how well Apocal does in this round. This is my favourite Guild Wars 2 PvP song. It's like, yeah. Anyway, Singatron jumps into his Chaos Storm there. He casts his Blurred Frenzy. Obviously, he didn't need to use that. Waiting for really the players to probably engage each other right now. It's almost Condi versus Power. Singatron is using Sage with Rune of Scavenging there. Sword, Shield, Staff. Great Sword versus Great Sword, Sword, Shield. There you go. Apocal is doing a good job at just destroying those clones as well at the moment. Great Sword back out for himself. Just avoids the... Oh no, didn't avoid the shatter. This is where he's got problems because he's not really got much Condi removal. That wasn't gonna be a win for him, unfortunately. Not versus the Condi build. There's too much sustain there. Singatron plays that Mesmer well as well. Kites around. There's not much you could do there.
Did you see
With the
that?
Signet, with
Red
the
team got a
Continuous
counterpoint.
Split, with the Blurred Frenzy, the Distortions. It's too much. Too much sustain from the Mesmer versus him in that one. That's for sure. So Singatron switches, Apocalypse stays. But this has often happened with Apocalypse. He'll win the second and third games. I think he wins the second and third games more often than he wins the first, if I'm honest. Which I think is a bit of a tactic of his. He lost the last one versus the Scrapper in the first round he played today. And told me that that was exactly his plan. He has been playing it well. I don't know Singatron. There's well and then there's awesomely. He just played it well there. It's not too difficult versus that Mesmer power build, but plays it better than me. So I'd say that's well. Although I'm pretty trash on Mesmer, to be honest. Aurora, where have you been? Why don't you play in the tournament? Why are you being so salty? Aurora, just ignore Aurora. He's just trolling. He doesn't mean it. He's a nice guy. He's just being sad because he's not in the tournament. Play nice, Singatron. He's not being rude. He's just speaking his mind. Freedom of speech is fine as long as you're not being an asshole.
The match starts soon.
It's just trolling you. Yeah, Revenant versus... This is Power Revenant versus Power Mesmer, though. So just remember that. Apocal is dead. It depends how good
Hold on to your
Singatron's on his
points.
rep, though.
Seize theirs.
No, you should try hard next week, then, Aurora. Do it, man. See if you get to the final. Be interested to see. Brings out Decoy. Still stays quite close to the Revenant, actually. Surprising. Pulls out the shield. I don't think Apocalypse is going to win this, but also I think Singatron may have some problems here. Let's just go over to Singatron. Did he use his heal there? Not too sure, actually. Ah, I've got that bug. At the moment, you can see I've got Herald. He's in Herald. But I think sometimes the traits, the utilities don't change over when you're in spectator mode, which is kind of annoying. And Mesmer's going to have problems sustaining here. I don't think he's got any cooldowns left. Nope. He has his heal. Would have been good for the precision strike, actually. Should have saved that. Although it would have... the animation isn't that difficult to watch out for, I guess. Apocalypse, there you go. Great Sword 5. He's able to put it out then. Doesn't get that off all the time. Oh god, star 5 and switches and actually moves it off the point to capture the node. Singatron needs to survive. Just survive at the moment. Just kite away off node. No. He could have just moved away. I'm not sure specifically why he felt he had to get back involved in that. He could have moved off the node because Apocalypse may have just stayed to try and decap the point. So I think there Singatron should have withdrawn off the node, kited him up the stairs, line of sighted, maybe got back onto the point. There you go, okay, sorry. He says it's going to come as well next week. Next week, guys. Next week. 1 versus 1 tournament. Do it. I want to see you all here. Come on. Pull your finger out. Alright? Get involved in the ESL 1v1. Am I red or blue? Tricona, welcome to the channel. Stream sniping. Maybe I should put a bit of a delay on this actually. A bit more of a delay. Okay, now let's switch sides again. Okay, fine. You can also have a free account and come with vanilla builds. Some people have played vanilla builds. Okay, sorry.
The match starts soon.
This chat is so good. It's very entertaining. I love doing this tournament. Maybe we could have a vanilla 1 versus 1 tournament.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
That could be an interesting one. We could do 1 week on and 1 week off of vanilla builds. But then we couldn't have Revenant, so... That's the thing. It would be pretty fun, though. You'd probably see Warriors... No. Actually, you might see Hambo come back. That would be funny. Also, no new amulets would be a nightmare. Everyone would just be on Marauders. That's it. Okay, so let's think about what's going on here. Let's check Apocal's amulet, because he's gone to Marauders here, I think. Singatron is also on Marauders. Rune of Surging there. I don't know if Apocal's going to win this. He's gone Rune of the Pack. He should have gone for some toughness. He's got his heal up. Does get back up to about full. Oh, nice! He got a lot of crit damage off that. Singatron needs to kite away. He needs to move. This is when... Oh, the range! No, but Apocal doesn't make sure that he's not going to be able to get away as well. And he doesn't heal him up. This is the difference between Apocal and a fair few players. Unrelenting Assault. Really good job from Singatron. That was so good. He unrelenting assaulted out of Valk's... Oh no, is he going to bring him into downstate? Oh, if he'd brought him into downstate and had his heal, he may have been able to win that 1v1 down. I think Apocal used a lot of his blocks and to re-engage Singatron as it was off point. And Singatron played that so well. He was in that trap and he's unrelenting assault to not only get out of the trap, but also get the damage. And he didn't have the blocks available. Apocal is not in this week's final. Singatron is. Congratulations, sir. We'll see you in the final. Apocal will see you next week. Illuminati, you changed your name to Top 10 Anime Fights. Really? Oh dear. What is that about? That was really good from Singatron, actually. There you go. Don't deny that. And he's going to be versus Teen Bro. Here we go. 2 different finalists this week. Devin, Jesus. Vito probably wouldn't get that far. I would bet a lot of money on that. No, I don't actually. I haven't got any money. But that's not the point. Misha actually went round in the quarterfinals, I think, before even getting to the semis last week. And he's a pro player. This tournament is not just about how good you are in 1v1s. It's about how good you are at multi-classing as well. And picking your matchups and your traits and your sigils and your runes and your amulets. Everything in that 1v1. You know? It's a lot different to the 5. And I'm not saying it's different to 5v5. It sounds like an obvious comment. But sometimes just changing one utility, like a warrior using Might Sigil, Signet, instead of the one that's unblockable, sorry, the unblockable Signet versus, you know, a Revenant, like I was talking about earlier, is like really ridiculously good. Because if he pulls the shield block out, he knows, and that Signet is up for the warrior, you know, and he's low HP, he's probably going to die. Aurora. He does use chaos.
The match starts soon.
Yeah, the Revenant revive traits. Oh no, I haven't checked it. Oh, I didn't check if anyone had it today. Loads of people have had it. And then people are like, oh, it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, yeah, it does, actually. Because you can still have something. So having something is better than having nothing, right? Dependent on, like, in terms of, you know, damage or survival. I'd rather take something that's useful over something that's just completely not going to be useful whatsoever. Yeah. I'm good at words today. Warrior is going to be Team Bray. Singatron's going to be back on his Connie Mesmer from before. Very much the same build that he played versus Apocal. It is the same.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, Skullgrinder into Distortion. Gravity Well from the Mesmer. And call a lot more of the... Oh, wow. He's going to go down here, I think. Gravity Well. Phase retreats out. Another Gravity Well. It's going to give him space to try and regenerate here. Do you think phase retreat again? Trying to just build up his clones here to build up the damage. Gets quite close to Team Bray. Team Bray needs to remove some of these conditions. Needs to get into Berserk mode as well. But he 100 blades Singatron. Singatron did not have Blood Frenzy available, apparently. He could have kited away and won that. I think he used a lot of his cooldown. I think he used phase retreat a little bit too much there just to get... He should have saved that to kite. I feel like he spammed a few abilities there that he shouldn't have used. I should have used them for more defensive utility. So 1 week, Aurora didn't have the most broken build, apparently. I think Aurora lost to Tayskin, I want to say. Insane luck. Okay. So Team Bray has to switch, winning a Warrior. I think he's... Has he got an 100% record almost with Warrior today? Oh, he's playing Power Mesmer as well. What the hell? Sword Shield with Great Sword. Air Fire, yeah. Chaos with Inspiration and Chronomancer. This is going to be interesting.
The match starts soon.
That's going to be interesting versus things like Gravity World and whatnot, I suppose. I'm still not sure, though, about that.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one at all. It's good for... We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I haven't really seen... We have seen this matchup-ish today. Apocalypse build is a bit different. Ah, the stun is really... will be quite good, actually, from Singatron here. He does change up his build. Or did he have that Signet before? Especially in power. This is a really interesting one, actually. See how well Singatron does now. Gravity Well is not going to hit, actually. Power build from long range. Sword, the Great Sword 2 needs to block! Whoa! The Shatter. And Singatron is dead. Blimey O'Reilly. Sorry, I didn't put the +1 for Team Bro there as well. I was waiting for him to move away again. I think there's points in time where Singatron is not using his kiting ability too well. Guild Wars 2 balance is not that bad at the moment. What do you think's ridiculously overpowered? It's not horrible. In 5v5s, the thing is that everyone's always going to moan about balance in any PvP game because you can never 100% balance a PvP game. Why is Singatron still in there?
The match starts soon.
I'm confused. What is happening here?
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Oh, wait. It's the final. Oh, yeah, final. Lol. I just keep forgetting it's the final because maybe I'm a little bit surprised about where we are today, but it's okay. Final is best of 5, not best of 3. So that's the last chance for Singatron. This Team Bray is going to pull out the Herald here. Singatron can still come back. I was thinking it was the final. I was thinking it was still quarterfinals and semi-finals because it's normally not ending this quickly as well. Rev isn't broken. Rev is not broken at all. Why is Revenant broken? Unless it's actually broken. Look at the conditions lined up on Team Bray now as well. He plays Revenant quite well. He always plays these power builds relatively well as well. Star 5's not going to be able to hit. Oh no, it is indeed. It's healing a lot here as well. The heal potential on Revenant feels quite strong at the moment though. Sustain is a bit better. Condi removal is going to be a problem here. Hasn't got his heal. Oh, that was not the best time to switch. Unless he feels like he can survive. And he has, maybe. Now he needs to switch back and use his heal. How much is he going to heal him up? Oh, Singatron isn't going to heal him up at all. Good job. He held out for the heal as well to go past. I was just waiting for Singatron to potentially heal him up, but he's better than that. Good job from Singatron there. He now switches. Team Brave switches. No, stays onto Rev, sorry. Keep buffing Warrior.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
Keep buffing Warrior. Keep doing it. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I am quite sick. Talking to Drez, sorry. Warriors need a nerf. Well, there you go. I mean, that's more relevant. I understand that. I think they need to nerf Druid now because their pet works. Oh, good lord. Singatron on Thief. Now this is going to be interesting. Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Daredevil. Dagger pistol with short bow. No boundings. Just the dash. They nerfed that anyway. It was the Condi Thief they nerfed as well. You could probably kill him with an equilibrium in all honesty. Devin, that sounds quite good actually. Let's do it. Let's try and get these notes passed over. I'm keen. I'm keen.
The match starts soon.
Singatron is saying that he doesn't play much else other than Mesmer, so this is where you struggle in the finals, especially if you're not really playing that many classes.
Hold on to your points.
To a
Seize
higher level,
theirs.
I suppose, then you really need to think about trying to improve on one more at least. But you do need 3 classes in the final, that's for sure. I'm not sure if Singatron's going to have much luck here, but we'll see. Especially since he's not very confident himself on Thief, and I don't think he's. I've seen people win this matchup though. It's totally doable. Maybe. This is going to end pretty quickly though, I do think. Especially precision strike hits. He's got his heal and needs to pick that up now. He doesn't have any stuff. He can just put down his field, but I didn't really want to hype this up anymore because I think that was the... Yeah. Anyway.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
What a feast for the eyes. Team Bray's going to win the tournament 3-1 against Singatron. Singatron does not go home empty-handed. He goes home with 800 gems, but Team Bray will win this ESL Weekly 1 vs 1 tournament number 13. 3-1, and he's going to win himself 2k gems. Congratulations, dudes. And also, Singatron, well done. You will win 800 gems. Hopefully, they will get sent to you in the future. But yeah, don't worry. You'll get them. You'll get them.